Hello and welcome to Data Vlog. In this Excel tutorial for beginners, I'm going to show you how to format data in Microsoft Excel. So most of the times when you want to format the data in Excel, all the formatting options or the menus that you require are present under Home tab. And 90% of the time, we rely on these two menu groups for formatting our data, which is font menu group and as well as alignment menu group. So let's begin formatting the data in Microsoft Excel. So I have this data set, which is a sales data, and we have different columns like order date, region, manager, salesman, item, units, unit price, and sales amount. And we have this data for different dates. So now let's start formatting our data. I'm going to select this entire data by holding my right click using the mouse and dragging across. And now the first menu item we are going to deal is the font. And this is the font that we have right now. And when you click on this down arrow, you can see all the different fonts that we have in this Microsoft Excel. When you hover your mouse on each of these fonts, you can preview how the font is changing in Excel. If you remember any particular font, you can just start typing like this. I want to change this to Calibri, which I firmly remember. So that way we can change the font. The next option is the font size. By default, it's in 11 points. If you want to increase or decrease, if you expand by clicking on this down arrow, you can see all the different default options available. When you hover your mouse, as you can see, the preview of the font size changing. Either you can select the default one or you can start typing on your own, like 10. By default, we go with 12 points. And we have two separate menu options for increasing or decreasing font size. When you click on this increasing font size, it increases the font size by 2 points. If you click on this one, it decreases font size by 2 points. So that way we can select the font and we can adjust the font size. Now let's apply some styles to our data. The first option is bold. Now I'm going to select my first row because it contains all the column names. I want to thicken it, which means I want to apply bold. You can see the shortcut as Ctrl B. Either you can click on B or you can press Ctrl B for bolding the text. If you want to undo the action, press Ctrl B again. For now, let's bold it, Ctrl B. And the second one is italicize or italic. Press Ctrl I, and as you can see, it slanted the text. Most of the times we don't italicize our text. So I'm undoing it by pressing Ctrl I again. And the next one is underline. Press Ctrl U to underline the text. Ctrl U again to undo. Or you can expand, and we have two options like single underline and double underline. Press double underline and you see two underlines under our column names. And next we have coloring options. We have two options here. One is fill color, the other one is font color. The fill color is used to fill the cell with a color, which means to apply a color to the background of the cell. So now I'm expanding this fill color and I'm selecting this blue color. Now the next option is font color, which means the text color. Now we are unable to see our column titles and I want to change it to white, so I'm expanding it and I'm selecting the white color. Now it looks great. Under this font menu, the last option we have is borders. Now I'm selecting all this data and let's go to borders, and we have different options here like top, left, right, bottom, and most of the times we go with all borders to get this tabular look. So now we are done with font menu group. Let's go to the alignment. We have two types of alignment here. One is vertical alignment and one is horizontal alignment. To show you vertical alignment in action, I'm expanding the first row like this. By default, it is in bottom alignment. Now if I select my entire row like this, and then when I press this middle alignment, it aligns the text vertically center. And if I select top alignment, it aligns towards the top of the cell. Most of the times we don't mess up with this vertical alignment. Only if you are expanding the row size and if you want to align it to the middle, then we go with middle alignment. So most of the times it's in bottom alignment, and I'm going to readjust the size of my row. Now we have this horizontal alignment. For that, I'm going to select this entire data. So by default, we can say the text aligns to left and the numbers or the dates aligns to right side. So if you want to align it to center, click on center. You can see all the data moves to the center. If you want to align it to right side, click on right side. Or if you want to align it to left side, click on left side. So this way we can horizontally align our text. You don't need to select the entire data for alignment. You can align a single cell like this, or you can select this entire column and handle the alignment part of this column alone. So I've just shown by selecting this entire data set, but you can use the same formatting options on a single cell or a range of cells by selecting the cells that you want to apply formatting. I'm selecting my region column like this, and I'm selecting this counterclockwise like this. So as you can see, it has tilted or oriented my text in this region column in this counterclockwise. I'm just undoing my action, Control Z. So normally we don't mess with this orientation option most of the times. Now let's go with the indentation. So indentation means how farther your text should be held within the cells, whether it's towards right side or towards left side like that. I'm selecting this entire data set. When I click on left indent, by default it's in left indent only. If I click on increase indent, it moves farther away from the cells. If I click on decrease indent, it goes back to the normal state like left indent. And the final two options that we have under alignment, wrapping the text and merge and center. To show it in action, I'm just typing a text here like merge, and I want to merge all these 4 cells into single cell. Just click on this merge and cell. It merges all the cells and makes it look like a single cell. So different options available are merge and center as I shown here, or merge across. It only merges the row level cells, or unmerge to reverse the action. Most of the times we use merge option when you want to merge 2 cells into single cell, when we are using those cells as headings. So now we have this wrap text feature. When you have some lengthy text, it wraps that entire text into single cell. For example, I'm typing something. This is a big sentence like this. So as you can see, it is overflowing out of this particular cell, but it is in single cell only. Now I'm just undoing it. When you select this particular cell and click on wrap text, you can see it expands this cell and wraps this entire text into this particular cell. You can also do this by using Alt Enter. For example, I'm typing something like this sentence, and you can see this is going out of this cell, and I can press Alt Enter to start typing in a new line in the same cell. When I press Enter, you can see this in single cell. So you can use Alt Enter to type text in new line in the same cell. So these are the formatting options available in Microsoft Excel, like font, font size, bold, italic, underline, borders, fill color, font color, vertical alignment, horizontal alignment, orientation, indent, wrapping text, merge and center. We have other formatting options like conditional formatting options, which I'm going to explain in future Excel tutorials. So that's a short video on different formatting options available in Microsoft Excel. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please do subscribe to DataVlog for more Excel tutorials. I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you.